In a small, sun-baked town in Texas, there lived a young man named Jake Miller. Life wasn't easy for him. He worked at an old gas station, fixing engines until his hands were covered in oil and dust. He had no riches, no comfort, just a dream, to rise above this dusty town and make something of himself. Every afternoon, he'd see Emily Ray, the sheriff's daughter, ride past on her white horse. Her golden hair danced in the wind. Her smile could make the whole world pause. To Jake, Emily wasn't just a girl, she was hope. One hot day, fate stepped in. Emily's car broke down near the station. Jake fixed it quietly, hands trembling a bit, eyes meeting hers for the first time. Something unspoken passed between them, something that would soon change both their lives forever. Days turned into weeks, and Jake and Emily grew closer. They met in the evenings beneath the old wooden bridge by the river. Jake would bring his beat-up guitar, strumming soft tunes while Emily listened, barefoot in the grass. That bridge wasn't just wood and nails anymore, it became their sanctuary of love. One night, under the silver moonlight, Emily said softly, "Jake, promise me something, never change. Not for money, not for fame. You're perfect just the way you are." Jake smiled, touched her hand, and replied, "I'd give up everything for you, Emily. I'll never change." In that moment, love felt eternal. But life has a way of testing promises made under soft stars. The river stayed quiet that night, but storms were already on their way. Time passed, and Jake's poverty began to weigh on him. People whispered behind his back, and in Emily's ear, "He'll never be good enough for you. He's just a poor mechanic, not a sheriff's son." The words burned Jake's pride. He wanted to be worthy of Emily, to make her proud. So one morning, he packed his bag and said goodbye to the town. He was going to the city, chasing money, success, and a name. Life in the city was harsh. He started small, working at jobs, then built a business. After years of sleepless nights, long drives, and risky deals, Jake became rich. He had everything he once dreamed of. But with that money came greed, silent, dangerous, and green. He stopped smiling from the heart. And the promise he once made by the river faded like dust in the wind. Years later, Jake returned to his hometown. No longer the poor boy, he drove in a shiny truck, wearing gold and pride. But as he crossed into the old streets, something felt off. The wind, the faces, even the sky seemed colder. Emily was still there, simple, beautiful, unchanged. Jake walked up to her and said with a confident grin, "Emily, I did it. I made it big. I've brought you everything, the house, the car, the life we dreamed of." She looked into his eyes and whispered, "Jake, you've changed. You used to shine from within. Now you only shine on the outside." He froze, unable to speak. And somewhere in the wind, he heard a faint guitar tune. The same melody he once played for her under the bridge. That night, Jake drove down to the river alone. The same place where love once began. The moon shimmered on the dark water. But now the silence was heavy, filled with regret. He looked at his reflection. The tailored coat, the trimmed beard, the empty eyes. His pockets were full, but his heart felt hollow. Softly, he whispered, "I gained the world, but lost the one thing that mattered." A breeze rolled across the water, rustling the trees. And for a moment, he thought he heard Emily's voice. "I told you, Jake, never change." Jake closed his eyes, and for the first time, truly understood. Some dreams aren't meant to turn green. They only look golden when the heart is pure. Weeks passed. Jake sold his company, left the city, and returned to the small town. This time, on foot. He carried only a worn backpack and his old guitar, the same one Emily once held. People stared. "The rich man is back?" they whispered. Jake only smiled and said, "No, just the old Jake again, learning how to live right this time." He reopened the gas station and started teaching local kids about honesty, hard work, and music. He'd play his guitar at sunset, sitting by the river. And sometimes he'd look up at the sky and smile quietly. One day, Emily returned. She saw him, covered in dust but glowing with peace. "You've changed, Jake," she said softly. "But this time, in the right way." Jake smiled, strummed his guitar, and replied, "Maybe dreams have to die once, to be reborn the right color." The wind carried their laughter across the river, and the song of love began again.